Kerrie Legend, and in this video, number 2 out of the 50 in our series, we're going to create a menu that acts like a sales funnel. So to get you started with improvements that will provide a structure and solid foundation for growth, one of the main recommendations that I make when working with a client is to create a menu that acts like a funnel. And when I talk about funnels, I mean a sales funnel. If you're new to sales funnel, these are different chutes. Think of them like water slides at a mega water park of income streams that you can send people down, like a path, if you will, to ultimately end up in converting the visitors to a sale. So if you're a blogger and let's say that you have a planner, you would want to create a funnel that ultimately leads them down to the benefits of having a planner and what they can do with it, showing them how to use it, and then ultimately end into a conversion. If you're an author, you can talk about the benefits of your book or provide them with recipes from it, get them interested, give them some teasers, free book excerpt if you want, all sorts of different ideas that you can, derive products exactly from or content from your book without actually giving your book away for free. And that's ultimately what you want is, to have a purchase at the end. So you want to set up your menu so that you're either collecting information or leading them down a path of value-added material until you ultimately convert them into a sale. So everything on my menu actually leads people down to a path, and it acts like a sales funnel. So I have if you look here, I've got like Canvas sets, resources, and all of this requires gated content or gated access. My blog has an email sign up on it and also content upgrades. So I'll be able to get an email sign up there if I want. My shop, obviously I can collect data there. Other things like I can even collect data off of my other businesses if I want, or highlight some of my friends that are, authors, my own books, free stuff right in there. So everything on my menu ultimately leads down a certain path based on what people are interested in. So in each location, visitors have an opportunity to sign up for an email newsletter or download that they might be interested in. And that includes, the menu on my blog, my sidebars, and every single post. So even the start here section right here on the menu gets people going and allows them to get access to a resource library on my site, to download various different workbooks and stuff that I've created for them. And I like the start here concept because it's abundantly obvious where I want them to go. I have utilized my website's themes ability to add a secondary line right here, so that people can get a little bit more description about their particular menu item. So start here and free stuff, or Very Kerrie and me helping you, the goods for bloggers, and the latest news over here. And you can add some spunk and personality here, and I think I've got a video on this specifically that addresses this very concept. So I may shake up the menu and change it around a little bit. It kind of depends on what I'm working on. But all of these different menus have a secondary menu and various different options. But ultimately, it leads them down a path where I can first collect an email address, give them a lot of value, and then eventually potentially get a sale. So you want to keep things simple and uncomplicated. So when you have things organized on your menu, it's a much cleaner experience for your visitors. Too often website designers try to get a little too creative and end up forcing the visitor to search for what they're trying to find. And this is where you want to use the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. All right. There are some trends in navigation that we can talk about. Website navigation trends change every year, and some of the best menus have new features that have improved the visitor experience, which one of those is the fixed scrolling nav bars, which stay in place regardless of where the user scrolls. And then the menu stays put so that they don't have to scroll all the way down to the top in order to get to the next area of interest. So you'll see like mine up here stays in place, and that's a really good feature to have. I also have an up button right there, so it'll take the visitor right back to the top. If your site is full of navigation items, then it's a great idea to use one of these to keep the visitors on the site for longer, and it'll also increase your total page views. Just make sure that it doesn't take up a ton of space or blocks any major portions of content. If your blog or business has segments, a universal menu is a great idea, and then you can always install submenus on there. You might want to have like different brands or concepts in your site, and then want to separate the two looks and feels, but still want to have a main menu at the very top, and that would be a great case for having a universal menu. Then there's the hamburger menu, and if you're not familiar with this, you've probably seen a menu with like 3 lines to indicate menu at the top. Tech-savvy people recognize this quickly, but for people that are new to it, they may not know what that means or what it's there for. But for all they know, it could be like an icon or a logo. The hamburger menu is great for keeping things clean, but it can keep your site from getting a lot of signups, so try not to have this on your desktop site and just have it on your responsive mobile. If your site has a lot of content that is updated daily or even hourly, you may want to consider using a simple content carousel right at the top of the page, which could serve as a menu of sorts. And I believe that my own theme has the ability to have a carousel there. I just choose not to use it. So if you haven't worked with a website designer and want to have like a moving carousel, if you've got a lot of content going, or even like a lot of books that you want, to sell the pack list a little bit more, a carousel might be a good idea. The web world moves incredibly fast, and you should always expect to see new design trends, especially in menu design. But the one thing that never changed is the sales underneath the sales funnels itself, underneath the menus, which you can use as a constant driver for sales and income. Research awards for website design, and you'll see some great ideas for your own site if you're looking for inspiration. Or if you need a professional to come in, I am available for hire. And I put together some really great websites. It's all a personal preference, really, and there's no right or wrong way to do the menu if the content and user experience is positively making an impact. So just keep your menu in mind and make sure that you're able to drive subscribers through there and create a menu that's actually interesting and leads to some clicks. I hope that you found this helpful, and we'll move on to the next video.